Hello everyone and welcome to the new session of the lecture series, and today we'll be solving the NCERT based multiple choice questions from the chapter The Living World. Alright, so we've already discussed some of the MCQs in the previous lecture, and today we'll be solving the rest of the multiple choice questions. So let's start with the first question. So here they are saying in a scientific name. Okay, you can say scientific name, biological name. Alright. The name of the author is printed in. Okay. First option is abbreviated. Second option is capital letters. Third option is bold. And fourth option is italics. Okay. So let's take an example of mango. Okay. What is the scientific name of mango? Mangifera indica. Okay. And now author names comes after the specific epithet. So this one is generic epithet or the generic name. Generic name you can write. And what does it denote? It denotes the genus. And indica is the specific epithet. And what does it denote? It denotes the species. Okay, and the author name comes after the specific epithet. So here, and that too in the abbreviated form. Okay, if suppose Mangifera indica was identified by Linnaeus, Carolus Linnaeus. So only Linnaeus will come here, that too the abbreviation of Linnaeus, Lin. Okay. So again, let's read the question. In a scientific name, the name of the author is printed in. What should be the answer here? Should be then option A, abbreviated. Okay, it should be written in. Abbreviation of the name should be written instead of the full name. Next question is a group of closely related classes. Okay, is called, options are genus, phylum, family and order. Okay, so now let's talk about the taxonomic hierarchy. Alright, if we talk about taxonomic hierarchy, how can we define this hierarchy? Stepwise arrangement of the categories. Okay, simply we can define it as stepwise arrangement of various categories of, you can say, taxonomic categories. Okay. So now let's talk about the different categories, different broad categories. First is kingdom, which is the highest taxonomy category. Then lower to kingdom we have phylum. Then we have the class. Then next to class is order. Then we have the family. Then lower to family is genus. And the lowest most taxonomy category is species. Okay, now the question is group of closely related classes. So what should be the answer? Phylum. Phylum is a group of closely related classes. Okay, so option B is the correct answer here. The next question is phylogenetic classification. Okay, you can circle this. Phylogenetic they are asking. They're not talking about the classification alone. So they're talking about the phylogenetic classification is based on, okay, first in utilitarian system, which is not correct. Second is habits. Habit means you can say the behavior of the organism. Okay, or where does it, anything reside? What is the habit? Habit means the morphological structure. Okay, and how it is, the behavior of the organism is. Now third option is overall similarity. This is also not true. If we talk about morphology, okay, then we can say overall similarity. But here they are asking about the phylogeny or the phylogenetic classification. Okay, so what should be the answer here? Common evolutionary descent. Okay, phylogenetic classification means we are talking about the evolutionary relationship, or we are talking about the phylogeny. Okay, also known as the evolutionary relationship. This is known as phylogeny. So what should be the answer? Common evolutionary descent. The next question is in nomenclature. Nomenclature means naming of the living organism. So naming of the living organism, how it is done, or assigning a scientific name. If you talk about assigning a scientific name, we follow this binomial nomenclature. Nomenclature. Okay, means a scientific name will have two components. Okay, a name will have two components. What are the two components? One will be the generic name, other will be the specific epithet. Okay, and then there are lot of rules of naming or the nomenclature. Means scientific name should be italicized. If it is not italicized, then it should be underlined and all and everything. Now let's read the options. So first option is the genus is written after species. This is not correct. Genus come first. First is the generic name and then is the specific epithet. Option B is genus and species may not be of the same name. This is also not correct. Option C is both genus and species are printed in italics. So this is correct. Alright. Scientific name is italicized. Okay, so as to denote that it is written in Latin. The next option is the first letter is capital in both genus and species, which is also not correct. Okay, first letter is only capital in the generic name and not in the specific epithet. So what should be the answer? Both genus and species are printed in italics during the nomenclature or naming of the organism. The next question is the highest categories of classification is family, kingdom, order or class. So we have already drawn the taxonomic hierarchy in the previous question. Okay. We have drawn from kingdom, which is the highest, okay, taxonomic category. Okay. So what should be the answer? They are asking the highest category. So answer should be option C, kingdom. Kingdom is the highest category of classification. And it is very broad. And it is very diverse. Okay. And the organism within the kingdom doesn't share many similarities or common characteristic. The next question is they are asking the what is taxon? Okay. So taxon is, the options are a type of living organism. Option B is a group of related species. Option C is a taxonomic group of any ranking. Alright. And fourth option is a group of related families. Okay, so how can we define taxon? So taxon is a group, you can say, or category. It is a group of a category where living organisms are classified based on what? Are classified based on common characteristic, you can say, based on shared characteristic or similar characteristic or characters and evolution relationship also. Okay, so this is known as a taxon. Okay, and taxon, you can say any step. Simply, you can also say any step or any rank or any level in taxonomic hierarchy. Okay. Now, so what should be the answer here? Answer is a taxonomic group of any ranking. This is known as a taxon. The next question is an important criteria for modern day classification is, first option is resemblances in morphology. Okay. Second is anatomical and physiological traits. Anatomical means internal. Okay, morphology means external characteristic. Alright. Third option is breeding habits. And fourth is presence or absence of notochord. So this is absolutely not true. Resemblance in morphology. This is also not true. It is not based on the external characteristic only. Breeding habits is also not true. So the correct option is option B, anatomical and physiological traits. Alright, the modern criteria of classification is based on anatomical as well as physiological traits. Okay. Now next question is, all living organisms are linked to one another. Okay, how they are linked to one another? Because they share common genetic material of the same type. Okay, which is not correct. They don't share common genetic material, and that too of the same type. Next option is they share. Share is the correct word. They share common genetic material but to a varying degree. Okay, so there is some similarity. Okay, because they share common characteristic and that too to varying degrees. Okay, so this option is correct. Now, third option is all have common cellular organization. This is also not correct. Alright, because we have the unicellular organism. Okay, and then we have multicellular organism. So cellular organization is different. Okay, if you look at the cellular level also, organization is different. Option D is all of the above. So this is also not correct. So what should be the answer here? Option B. They share common genetic material but to varying degrees. The next question is, Linnaeus evolved a system of nomenclature. Okay, so Linnaeus, okay, which system of nomenclature he evolved or described or developed? Binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature. And according to him, okay, or you can say what are the rules of binomial nomenclature? First is that every scientific name, okay, if we talk about the scientific name, then it should contain two components. First is the generic name. Second is the specific epithet. Okay, And then what we have? Scientific name should be italicized. It should be written in italics. Or if not written in italics, then underlined. And that too underlined separately. Okay, so these are the major rules. Okay. And then author name should be written after the specific epithet. Author name. Okay. Comes after the specific epithet. Okay. Then the author name should be what? Abbreviated. Abbreviation should be used. Okay. So now the options are mononomial. Means, what does mononomial means? When a scientific name have only one word. Scientific name with one word. Okay. Vernacular. So vernacular means language spoken by the local people or in the local region. Language spoken, you can say, in a particular region. Vernacular language, or you can say vernacular names are also there. Alright, option C is binomial. Option D is polynomial. What do polynomial is? When the genus and the scientific name or specific epithet have more than one word. Okay, this is known as poly. Poly means many. Okay, when a scientific name consists of many words, then it becomes polynomial. Alright, so what should be the correct answer here? Binomial. Linus evolved a system of nomenclature called binomial. Before binomial, polynomial system was used. Alright, so this is an ancient system. The next question is, what is the difference between the taxonomy categories of division and phylum? Okay, so phylum, if we talk about the phylum we use in the case of animals. Okay, and division, they both are of same rank or are present at the same level, but division we use in the case of plants. Okay, now the options are division is same as kingdom, while phylum is more exclusive than division. This is not true. Option B is division is more inclusive category. Again, not true. Option C is division refers to plants, whereas phylum refers to animals. So this is correct. And the fourth option is phylum is more inclusive category. So this option is also not correct. So option C is the correct answer here. The next question is, a species was defined as a population of interbreeding individuals which are reproductively isolated from other populations. So who gave this definition? Alright, options are Lamarck, Darwin, Ernest Mayr, and Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, so this is a very straightforward question. The answer to this question is Ernest Mayr. Ernest Mayr was the person who defined the who gave the definition of the species. Okay. The next question is, a scientific name are drawn from. Okay, options are Latin, Sanskrit, okay, which is also an Asian language, English, and then we have Arabic. So what should be the answer to this question? This is also very straightforward answer. We know that scientific name are written in Latin. Okay. So this is the correct answer here. Latin. Scientific name are written is Latin. Why they are written in Latin? Because Latin is a dead language. Okay, and the meaning of the words remain the same. Now let's come to the next question, which is, for plants, principles and criteria for scientific naming is given by option are ICNB, option B is ICBN, okay, option C is ICZN, and option D is both 1 and 2. Alright, so this is again a straightforward question. The answer should be ICBN, International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. Okay, this is for animals. This is for plants. Okay, so ICBN decide rules and guidelines, or it assigns what? It assigns guidelines for naming of plants. Okay. The next question is, number of species have been described. Okay. What is the range of the number of the species? So options are 1.12, 1.5 million. Option B is 2.72, 2.8 million. Option C is 1.72, 2.7 million. Option D is 1.72, 1.8 million. Okay, so according to the NCERT book. Okay, so this is the fact. Okay, so they are talking about the biodiversity here. How much biodiversity is present, or what are the number of species present on this earth? They are correct answer is option D. 1.72, 1.8 million species are present on the earth. Okay. The next question is, which of the following can be considered as taxa? Okay, definition of taxa we have already seen. Okay, it is a group of organisms that are grouped together, or they are all related together based on the similar characteristic or shared characteristic and evolutionary relationship. Okay, so options are dog, wheat, mammals, or all of these. Okay, so dog also, it is a taxa. Yes, it is a taxa. Okay, wheat is also a taxa. Okay, mammals. Okay, mammals is also a taxa. Alright. So what should be the answer here? All of these. So all of these are taxa. Means they are a group of organisms that are classified based on shared characteristic and evolutionary relationship. Now taxa can have any rank. Okay, or it can have any level. Okay, that's why all of these can be a separate taxa. So answer is all of these. Okay, so this was the end of this session. Thank you very much for listening.